Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. How are you? I'm just gonna reset. That can be my warm-up. The V9's probably my main, but I did really badly with it in comp last week, or 2 weeks ago. But I think that was probably because of nerves and not because of the cube. So I'm gonna still main it for now and just hope it gets better, or hope my nerves get better. Solid sols. I feel like I'm turning so lightly as well, but it's working out pretty well. PLL skip already? Okay. There's gonna be another Dallas comp, or DFW comp pretty soon, so just be on the lookout for that. My best average of 5, I think it's 641. Yeah, bit lucky, that could have been good. What cubes do you use in your multi-blind attempts? I mostly use Yuuzhan Little Magic's non-magnetic and Weilong's non-magnetic, just because those are really cheap. But then I also use whatever cubes I have. Lots of random stuff. There has to be a good way to use this block, but I don't see it. Or I could just like do free fop. I'll try a free fop solve. Hope that works out. Okay, Okay, 727 with free fop. Are you color neutral? Just dual, so white, yellow. Why are my solves actually good today? What? I was just doing like a 4x4 session before this, and I guess that makes you better at 3x3. Do you play chess? A little bit. I mean, I used to take lessons, now I just play casually. I'm rated like 1100 or so, so not that great. Okay, bit of a pause there, but CBL is cool. What finger tricks do you think someone who averages 25 to 30 should learn? Be comfortable with U2 double flicks in both directions. And then also for E-perms, this D push, because that's really important. And then apart from that, just everything else is pretty basic, I think. But just make sure that you're actually using those finger tricks so that you have good habits. Because there's no point in like learning a finger trick and then never using it. I think the best way to learn finger tricks is actually like by using them in algs and not learning them alone. Because if you're learning them alone, then you might not really know when is a good time to actually use that finger trick. But if you're learning it in an alg, then I think it's a little bit better. I think I stopped the timer. Oh well. Any tips for sub 10? Plan cross +1 like 80% of the time at least, and gradually try to get that up to almost 100. And then apart from that, there's a lot of look ahead involved. Hi PRG. What's your PR average of 100? I'm guessing PB. It's like 7.6, but I can't seem to do it in comp, which is a little bit frustrating. Honestly, right now, I think I'm on pretty good pace to get like a decent average of 50 if I keep performing at this rate. Forgot to do the ZBLS on that. It's a really easy ZBLS, you just have to like hold the misoriented edge in the right spot. PRG, I did not see that. Do you ever think there'll be another version of the Valk? No. The Valk series is pretty much discontinued. And I don't think it's ever going to come back. I mean, for auto alignment, I don't really think it makes a lot of sense to have a fixed value for it, because it depends on a lot of factors, and just saying that it's like X number of degrees doesn't always apply to every cube, I feel. Not bad. Do you have any 2x2 recommendations? $22. Okay. I mean, with $22, you can get like lots of 2x2s. I think the MGC Elite is what I use. It's pretty good. But you could also get like a really good 2x2 for cheaper. I'm not really sure what people use nowadays, but if you don't want to spend 20 on the MGC Elite, then there are other options as well. But the MGC Elite's like the only one that I actually know. Oh yeah, the MGC standard, like the V1, is pretty good, I think, but it is a lot cheaper. It's like $9 or $10, but just personally I prefer the Elite version. But it really doesn't matter that much. You can get really good times in both cubes. I think the Worm V9 is better. It just feels like a better cube and I get faster times on it. Although I think the YS3M is really good for OH. Oh, hi Parabola, just got a 28 on FMC. Oh, wow. Yeah, getting DNFs in FMC is really annoying. kind of weird. I feel like FMC is the one event where your DNF rate goes up as you get better, to some extent at least. Because like when you get better, you start checking more and more EOs, and that takes longer. Or maybe you take some more risks with what you're doing. Well, I guess also clock. If you learn no flip or 7 simul, then your DNF rate's gonna go up a lot as well. But for most events, I feel like DNF rates go down. How do you DNF FMC? You either run out of time or you don't get a correct solution written down. Alright, bye Francisco, see you next time. I had a 9 move DR into 3 QT on the DNF. Wow, that's really good actually. There's a few 3 QT triggers that you might want to look at. I've never actually used one, but they exist. They're kind of cool. Where can I find them? I don't think you can find them anywhere. I'll just type them in chat, I think. Okay, that's one of them, and the other one's like... I don't remember the other one. It's like... It's a little bit harder, but I think the one that I put in chat is the easiest to recognize and to learn. If you ask in the Discord, I'm sure someone will have them. But yeah, I don't really think they're super common because you need all the pieces set up in a certain way, and it can be kind of difficult to get them there. How many comps have you been to? 19. Hi Concave, Cuber, welcome. What are your tips for sub 15? Have good F2L solutions and then practice a lot so that your recognition times go down. Oh yeah, learn full OLL if you don't know it. That should help a little bit. Okay, I should not have tried to do an X cross on that. It's way too difficult. I mean, full OLL I think saves around half a second, so it's not necessary, Like, I could be sub 9 without full OLL, but if you're like going for sub 15, it's a pretty easy way to improve half a second compared to other ways. So it's still worth learning. Because there's a difference between necessary and worth it, and OLL is just worth it. I mean, I would argue that full OLL does help a lot because at a certain point, half a second is a lot, so I think it does help. Like, if I could learn 50 algs and improve half a second, I would definitely do it. But unfortunately, I can't do that because I already know LL. So yeah, improvement gets kind of hard. Did you make the Worm V9 your new main, or do you plan to do so? I mean, yeah, I think it's my main, but I just have to figure out how to do well in comp. Because I used to do fine in comp, but now, once I got to the point where I could like podium in 3x3, I started getting a lot more nervous. So it's kind of annoying, and I have to figure out how to get past that. What's your setup recommendation for the Worm 21? I'm really bad at setting up cubes, but I feel like Martian would be pretty good. Have you ever tried to become full CN? I've actually tried once. I spent like a month just doing CN solves, and I got pretty fast, but like not my white-yellow speed, and eventually I just gave up. And I'm back to white-yellow now. Which is fine, it's really not that big of a deal to not be CN. Because when I was trying to switch, I was averaging about 11 or 12, and at that point, it's pretty hard to switch. 6 F12 pairs. Will you get a 5 this stream? I'll try. I mean, I got a 603, which is pretty close. I think you should get a 3-second solve this stream. I agree, I should. That's a great idea. I'll do that right now. Basically a 3, only like 4 seconds off. Switching to CN stops being worth it the more you improve. Yeah. Like, even now, people are saying that DCN is basically the same as CN, even just from the beginning. How many subs did you have when you got sponsored? It was actually like really few. I think it was 300 or so. So I'm not really sure why I got sponsored at that level, but I did. Even wide only has some advantages, I guess, but like, I think I think everyone agrees DCN is better than wide only, whereas CN versus DCN is more debatable. What was your average? No, like I wasn't even that fast either. I don't think I was top 500 in the world for anything. Like, it's definitely because of my channel and not my speed. At least back then it was. Now I'm a lot faster now than I was before, but still. I got a 5. There we go. Okay. Jay has a blog post about that. He says recognition can be really good. I haven't seen that, but yeah, if you're only practicing on one color, I can definitely see recognition being a lot better, especially with like OLL to PLL transitions. I feel like being able to do PLL prediction becomes easier because the color patterns are the same every time. I don't remember what I was averaging exactly when I got sponsored. Maybe like, oh my gosh, this was early 2021. So probably like 11 or something. Yeah, that sounds about right. Or 10. I think 10 on 3x3. So like, it wasn't that bad, but it's definitely not good enough to get sponsored. I think if you want to get sponsored for 3x3 now, you probably have to be sub 6 officially. So yeah, 10's not even close. Two move cross. It's actually not even that good. Hi Slaya, welcome to the stream. Yeah, even now, my two-side PLL recognition for U-perms is still not as good as it should be, and I still kind of mess it up. I guess that's something I have to work on. Weilong V9. I think it's in the title. Oh wait, you're not asking what I am using. What I prefer is the weilong V9, so I think it's better. Have you tried the GAN 11 Air? I have not, but I've tried the GAN 11 M Pro, and I didn't really like it. The 11 Air is non-magnetic. It's probably not that good then. I feel like you have to have magnets and cubes now. That AUF. I have one and I'm planning on self-magnetizing it. That's cool. I remember when I started cubing, self-magnetizing cubes was a lot more common, and I would do that like pretty often. It was really fun. But now everything's factory magnetized for the most part, so you don't really get to do that as much. I think it's interesting that even now, I think Graham uses a non-magnetic weilong for 3-blind, which is kind of crazy because like that's such an old cube and it's non-magnetic, and yet he still uses it over everything else. And he's actually good as well. Okay, I'm gonna do one more solve and then end the stream. I think my solves are kind of going downhill now. Oh, what's the weilong? Usual Little Magic. Came out, I don't know, like 2017 maybe? I'm not really sure. Alright, that is a good solve to end the stream on. So thanks for watching everyone, and yeah, bye.